Hello 3B. I hope that you and your families are keeping safe and well. It's lovely to be able to talk to you as it's been a while since I've seen you. Thank you for staying in touch via email. I love reading and replying to your messages and hearing about what you've been up to. I've received many lovely pieces of work, many of which have been added to the Year 3 Home Learning Gallery, so please take a look. As your teacher, I'm really proud of you for continuing to work hard during lockdown. In fact, you've absolutely amazed me at times. You've shown real dedication to your learning, and I love your enthusiasm. Keep it up. I'm really pleased to see that you're enjoying the work we've been setting for you. Many of you love the ancient Egyptians topic, and I've seen some really beautiful pieces of artwork linked to this. Well done. You've all been working hard on Mathletics, and I regularly check on your progress. Some of you have been mentioned in the weekly newsletter for achieving your silver or gold certificates. Excellent effort, 3B. I hope you're continuing to practice your times tables and are still super speedy with your recall. You seem to be enjoying the spelling and writing activities too. You are working well on your geography project, and I've enjoyed seeing the different ways you are presenting your information. Please remember to keep reading. We've received a few questions regarding using the grid method of multiplication, so I'm going to work through a couple of examples for you now. I hope you find them useful. Okay, so I'm going to work through the grid method of multiplication. So the calculation I'm going to look at is 64 times 8. So, first of all we draw our grid and we put in our multiplication sign. Next we write what we're multiplying by underneath this sign. So we're multiplying by 8. Then we have to take the first number and partition it into tens and units. So 64, when we partition, is broken down into 6 tens, which is 60, and 4 units, which is 4. Then I use these two bits of partitioning to be my headings in my grid. So I've got 60 and I've got 4. Then I use that grid to do 8 times 60. Now some people might be thinking this is really hard, Miss Davis, but you do know what 6 times 8 or 8 times 6 is. 6 times 8 is 48. And then we look, we know we're in the tens, so we add a 0. So 8 times 60 is 480. Then we do 8 times 4. We all know what 8 times 4 is, because we know our 4 times table and our 8 times table in year 3. 8 times 4 is 32. So now we've got two answers to these two parts of the multiplication. What we do with those is add them together to get a final answer. So we use column method and we do 480 and then we have 32, so there's nothing in our hundreds column. So 0 plus 2 is 2, 8 plus 3 is 11, so we've got a 1 here and we carry a 1. And then we've got 4 plus 0 plus 1, which is 5. So the answer to 64 times 8 is 512. I'm going to show you a more tricky calculation next. So this time we've got a 3-digit number, 124 times 3. So you can see that I've drawn my grid out in advance. I put the times sign and I'm timesing by 3. So 3 goes here. Then I partition 124. So I break this number down into hundreds. So I've got 100 because there's a 1 in the hundreds column. 2 tens, 2 times 10 is 20. And then I've got 4 units. So I'm just going to move this over here so it doesn't get confusing. Then I use these three numbers, and I've got three sections in my grid now because I've got hundreds, tens and units. So here I have 100, here goes 20, and here goes 4. And then I do 3 times 100, 3 times 100 is 300. 3 times 20, we know 3 times 2 is 6, so we can do 3 times 20. If it's 10 times as big, 3 times 20 is 60. And 3 times 4 is 12. Now we've got our three answers, so we put those into column method, add them together. So we've got 300, 60, 12. So 0 plus 0 plus 2 is 2, 0 plus 6 plus 1 is 7, and 3 plus nothing, 372. So the answer to 124 times 3 is 372. I hope that this has been useful. Stay safe, happy and healthy. Have a fantastic summer. Goodbye. See you soon.